EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Richardson will throw to start out here. And it's complete to Mitchell. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson. They'll get this out to Jeanty. 20! And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Richardson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Top below 18. Let's go.
Richardson looking to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Come on. Set. Dragon 60. Ready.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly, the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now it's Herbert. That is caught. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Chandler going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go. Ready?
Here's Richardson to throw. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Richardson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Quentin Williams has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
Richardson looking to throw this. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Drop this underneath for Genty. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
Back to 60, back to 60.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
Cowboy 80.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Adnan Mitchell from 40 yards out. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the result. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 23 yards, the final tally.
This is going to be a corner route to their tight end, and I'll tell you what, it's man coverage, so that makes it hard for a linebacker to stay with it. And he's able to make the catch on the right side of the field and pick up the first down.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Colts are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for the Colts.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Well, that'll be caught by St. Brown. It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. Richardson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
18 Cardinal.
First down and goal to go.
Again, it's Richardson. They're going right back to Pittman. Only a yard of the completion. It's second and goal.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and goal.
Back to throw again. Now he'll take this, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are able to widen their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
21, Jets 3. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And his throw is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football, or you're going to cost your team chances.
Richardson working from the gun. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big, big yardage.
On first down, it's Genty. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Ashton Genty, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts continue to pull away here in this first half. The extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's another Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
First down, Jets.
On first down, right back to Hall. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
At the Colts' 2-yard line.
They'll go again with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is down to 28-10.
Jets 10.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, Jack. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Richardson. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tucker Kraft, 33 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Herbert. This pass out wide the hole. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That's good for a Jets. First down.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
There's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now he's going to step up and run. And that is incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts 16.
4 yards. And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Herbert. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Herbert. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Herbert now. He'll try and do this himself. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Now this throw deep to Kraft. It's caught inside the 25. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ball again. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw here, Herbert. Caught by Wilson. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
Come on, set. Talk.
On the give, Genty. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Ready?
Now it's Richardson. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second-half blowout material. The run straight ahead with Genty. He tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
19 Tiger.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 3rd down at 6.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Richardson. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. Touchdown. Ashton Genty. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Well, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go around. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 118 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now Chandler. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Running left, it's Hall. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
First down.
380.
First and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Chandler is into the end zone for a Jets touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now Richardson back to throw it. They'll get this one to Pittman. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains. A good decision in the end to pull and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
10 at the 42-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. Cup 19. Cup 19. Not ready, go.
Here's Richardson to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up first and 10.
70 Lions.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. The defense had understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a first and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one?
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. A give out of the gun to Genty. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Richardson looking to throw. And he is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. A run out of the gun with Genty. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Off play action, Richardson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 5.
60 Maverick. Here we go. Warriors 70. 60. Hawks 70. Hawks.
On the give, Genty. Oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So the drive will continue after the conversion on 4th. They'll work from the 20 on 1st down. That complete to Downs. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Genty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Richardson. Touchdown Colts. Tucker Kraft with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 33-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Arian Smith, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And they're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. Extra point attempt to come here. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel.
Picked by Cameron Bynum. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when we see quarterbacks in this type of offense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Adnan Mitchell with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And points it to Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now it's Herbert. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
A gain of 26 yards.
Herbert.
First down, New York.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Colts, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank all